Today I'm going to reveal my top 5 epic Necron units. It's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, today we're going to have a look at my top 5 favourite Necron units. Last week we looked at the ugliest units from the current Necron range, and today we're going to look at the most epic Necron units from the current Necron range. Before we have a look, if you want to keep up to date with the Wonders of Warhammer 40k, then please subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss an upload. Right, let's have a look at my favourite Necron units, and don't forget to let me know what your favourite units are in the comments box below. Now, my list comes from playing Necrons for a very long time, so I've got a lot of history with some of these models. So let's have a look and find out what is in 5th place of my favourite Necron unit. Okay, so in 5th place is the good old Necron Deceiver. Now, my Deceiver is in metal. Of course, the new one is in Finecast. I'm not going to comment on Finecast for this video, honest. And the Deceiver, why do I love him? Well, I love him because he's so different from all of the other Necron units, putting the Nightbringer aside. So when you've been painting lots and lots of warriors and robots, and then it's time to paint this guy, and he is a lot of fun. In actual fact, he was the first model that I really painted using any techniques other than just dry brushing. The first model that I used a wash on him, and I really like the sculpt. He's very fun, he's very different, he's very big compared to, say, a Necron warrior, and GW really went to town on this sculpt. Look at that detail on the base, very cool, coming from a classic image from the Necron Codex. I love the Deceiver, a great model and a lot of fun to paint. He's definitely one of my top 5 units. Okay, so in 4th place is the Canoptek Spyder. Now, this is a new sculpt replacing the tomb Spyder of the old days, which were metal. And I think GW really got this model absolutely spot on. It's got a lot of the aesthetics of the original model. It doesn't look too much different. However, the detailing on it is absolutely fantastic, and it's much bigger than the old model as well. And of course, they've integrated some of the new rules on there, including some of the gun options and the gloom prism, etc. I think GW did really well here. It looks like it's a fun model to build. I say it looks like because I don't actually own one of these. I've got 6 of the old Spyders, but I think GW did a fantastic job resculpting, rebranding the tomb Spyder into this. So well done to GW, and this has made it into my top 5 models. Right, let's have a look at 3rd place. Okay, so taking 3rd place, just putting his 2 little fingers pointing up aside, this guy is absolutely awesome, and this just shows you what GW can do with our characters in plastic. Please GW, take all of our Finecast characters and redo them in plastic. That is what we need. And just look at this guy, he is absolutely awesome. He's a pretty big model, the detail is fantastic, and he's on a little Spyder. How cool is that? I really like this. It's got a nice base to it as well, lots of detail, and just well done GW, fantastic looking model. I wish the model was a little bit more poseable, so if you had more than one of these, you could make it a little bit different. You can move the arms around a little bit, but that's about all. However, I've seen some fantastic conversions for this guy, and I'm going to do a conversion myself when I get a second model. Okay, so let's find out what is in 2nd place. Right, so in 2nd place is the Destroyer. I love this model. I think it embeds exactly what Necrons are about. The guy is integrated into the Destroyer body itself. Probably one reason why I put Tomb Blades in my ugly list, because I just don't like the way the warrior just sits on there. I love the mask and how the gun is integrated into the model, and the fact that they hover is just awesome. In my eyes, anything which is a Necron vehicle really should be hovering. Now I have to be honest, I found it quite difficult placing the destroyers compared to my first choice. I found it really difficult coming up with my most favourite ever Necron model, but these guys certainly are one of them. I absolutely love them. Right, so let's have a look at what I did choose for my number 1 top 5 Epic Necron unit. Okay, so my number 1 unit is the good old Monolith. This tank is just so cool, it's so epic. At one point we didn't have any vehicles whatsoever except for a Monolith in the army. Way before Doomsday Arcs and Annihilation Barges, all we had was a Monolith. And what a model it is. It's a massive model. It should have some great rules. It doesn't currently, but I'm sure it will have better rules one day. But just look at that thing. It's like a giant pyramid. It looks awesome. I love the way the door slides up and down, revealing that green plastic doorway there and that massive green crystal. If you know my channel by now, you know that I love green rods, and the green plastic in this Monolith for me just makes it fantastic. I know a lot of people paint over that giant crystal, but for me I love it. I think it looks awesome. Now, having had the pylon from Forge World, where that crystal actually goes around part of the model so you have something inside the crystal, that would have been pretty cool on the Monolith as well. However, of course, it's not like that, but it's still worthy in my eyes of being the most epic Necron unit.
Necrons!
Now let me know what you think in the comments box below. What is your top 5? I'll be very interested to hear. And if you're not subscribed yet, start now, hit the Idic Beer icon. And if you want to see my top 5 ugliest Necron units, then check out that video just there. Beam me up!